Are you considering buying a Can-Am Spyder F3 as a daily commute or a daily driver vehicle? Then hopefully this video will answer some questions that you might have about purchasing a Can-Am Spyder F3 and how it is for a daily commute. Now, of course, one of the main questions that everybody has whenever trying to figure out what kind of vehicle they want for commuting is, how is the gas mileage? And in the Can-Am Spyder, I think it's pretty good because I drive a Jeep and the gas mileage is kind of low on the Jeep. But on the Can-Am Spyder, it has a 7-gallon fuel tank, and it is best to use premium gas whenever you're using that. Along with other motorcycles, it is best to use premium gas as well. I know a lot of people don't think there's a difference, but there is, and it's better for your engine. And then the 7-gallon fuel tank, I can get roughly 250 to 300 miles on a full tank of gas. Now, along with the 7-gallon fuel tank, roughly I get 30 to 35 miles per gallon depending on how I drive it. Now, if I'm using the throttle and going as fast as I can or playing around on it, I won't get as good as gas mileage. And the same thing too, if I'm in traffic and I'm going slow and then fast, slow and then fast, that kills your gas mileage as well. But roughly on average, if I go around 60 to 65 at a pretty steady pace, I'll get about 32 to 35 miles per gallon each time driving. Now, the second question a lot of people have is it easy to drive? I think that the Can-Am Spyder is a good change from a car driving person to some form of a motorcycle. It's not like a regular motorcycle, but it is a good transfer, and it is comfortable to ride, and the cruiser position is good for long distances as well. So just like a car, you use your foot for a brake instead of having to use clutch or anything on the handlebars. Now, you don't have to worry about balancing the bike at all times like you would on a motorcycle. Because of the 3 wheels, it is really stable, and you don't have to put your feet down to balance the bike whenever you're at stoplights, so you get to stay on your bike. And another good feature about it compared to most motorcycles is it automatically downshifts, which is super nice when you're focusing on staying safe. So if you're in the middle of traffic and all of a sudden everybody comes to a stop, you can look around and be safe and not have to worry about shifting. And that brings to the safety features of the bike. They are well designed and do prevent you from being unsafe. So if you have to swerve or immediately stop, there are a lot of features on there that keep you safe and keep you from being thrown from the motorcycle. Now, what are some of the advantages of riding a Spyder versus a 2-wheel motorcycle? In my opinion, there's several advantages and disadvantages of it. It is not as fun as a 2-wheel motorcycle to me as far as going around in corners and stuff, but it is fun, and it's about comparison to a motorcycle. And the Spyder does have a good amount of storage room in the front of it compared to a 2-wheel motorcycle. And some of the bigger RT models that have a whole lot of compartments are way better than a 2-wheel motorcycle. Now, it is more stable on the road than most motorcycles. Like I was talking about, the fun of the 2-wheel motorcycle compared to this is leaning in the corners and riding that way. But on this one, you don't have to lean. It has good balance. You don't have to worry about being thrown from the bike because of it. And it does stand out more than most 2-wheel motorcycles do to drivers, especially when you're in front of them or behind them. Because of the width of the bike and its stance, it is more visible to somebody in the rearview mirror or in front of them. Now, on the fair side, what are some of the disadvantages of riding the Spyder daily? It is nothing like a car, so that's one of the disadvantages. You don't have the comfort and everything of a vehicle, but with it being good on gas mileage, it is a good comparison to some of them. So because of it being 3 wheels, roads like this are a little aggravating to drive on compared to a car or even a 2-wheel motorcycle. And if you notice the left lane that I'm getting ready to go into, it has 2 different types of pavements. So any grooves or any variations in the pavement tend to make the bike shake back and forth a little bit because of the differences in where the 2 wheels are, and there's only one in the middle, in the back. Now, this is not a car like I mentioned before, and because of that, you don't have the same comforts of the car, like a lot of space to put stuff if you have to haul things. In the wintertime, you don't have any heat, and also in the summertime, when it's super hot, you don't have any air conditioning like you do in a car. You are more susceptible to the elements, just like being on a regular motorcycle. Now, on a two-wheel motorcycle, one of the big advantages of them compared to the Spyder is you can lane share or lane split, but on the Spyder you cannot. The only thing that you can do on the Spyder that you can on a two-wheel motorcycle is use the carpool lane though, so that does help out a little bit. But if you're stuck in traffic, a two-wheel motorcycle will get you to the front of the line a lot quicker than the Spyder will. So that is a huge advantage for daily travel. Now, unless you're somewhere where you can ride your Spyder year-round, it is not a good option for year-round driving. Again, you are susceptible to all of the different elements, and that is a big problem.